너의 중요하다는 words It's for you It's all for you 가만히 있으면 안 되는 걸까 왜 그런 거야
Welcome back to Absolutelynotforthemeek Meek. A dreary day, Friday, December 15th, 2023. And I'm thinking I'm about to start calling Absolutely Not for the Meek Grumpy Fuckers Club. 100% bitter, jaded, and proud. Because I tell you, boy, we are in some bullshit. The first thing I want to do is I want to go into a video that give a little context to what's going on.
Good one.
I wrote the last equation wrong on purpose because I wanted you to learn something important. Now, you all witnessed I wrote the correct equation 9 times, but nobody congratulated me on that, did you? But as soon as I made a mistake, you laughed and criticised me. Why do you think that is?
Maybe it's because you're supposed to be smarter than us?
Yeah, and it's funny.
I may be in a position of authority, but it doesn't make me perfect or smarter than you. I'm a teacher, but I'm also a human being who makes mistakes. The point of this exercise today is to teach a very important lesson. You will soon discover the world is quick to criticise and find fault, and much slower to praise and find the positive. You'll all experience criticism many times in your life. Those who are lucky enough to succeed or become quote, unquote successful will likely experience more criticism than the rest, because you'll find the one thing people love more than pointing out another's mistakes is when they can do it to someone who's achieved more than them. However, the person who criticizes others is only revealing the lack within themselves. Those who are happy within themselves need not point out the faults in others. So the 3 things I want you to remember from today's little exercise is first, try to notice the good in others. If someone makes a mistake, try to let them know in a kind way. Praise more than you blame. The second is when, not if, but when you're criticized. Remember the good in you. Remember your great qualities. Remember you're worthy and capable of great things. And finally, remember criticism is something that you can avoid easily by saying nothing, doing nothing, and being nothing. So dream big. Get out there, live your life. See how far you can push the limits. Don't fear criticism, but know when it comes, it's the result of your success, not your failures.
Wow, that's some powerful, sweet stuff. But let me tell you, there's a reason why we have to criticize the so-called black woman. I mean, even though she's beautiful, she's the original woman, but yet this woman has been terraformed into a dangerous individual. Dysfunctional beyond belief. And she is the destruction of her own people. This is fact. So, and let's go take a big look at this picture here. Let's see, let me bring it down. Look at this. This is what I found on social media. This is crazy. And you know what? This is the first time I've seen a woman like this. It might be the same one with a hairy chest, all that. Woo. If you like that. So let's go into why there is a serious problem. Because I talk about how we're in a precipice of annihilation. And you don't have someone that you don't have your partner to work with because your partner is not loyal. She's not obedient. She doesn't follow her vows or anything like that. She's about herself and her own feelings and emotion. And not only to destroy, it destroys the whole family. I want you to listen to Charleston White on this one.
And you look at the youth murder. Knowing that you have this platform now and people are listening to you, what is the message that you want to get across to the youth? I spent 12 years trying to get a message to the youth, homie. This youth generation will not, cannot, and does not have a message. Their ears are closed to anything that they don't idolize. They don't listen to their parents. They don't listen to the teachers. They don't listen to the coaches. They only listen to what they idol. So this generation will not have a message. They will not have a messenger. They will be destroyed. That's why you see 10-year-old kids dying. That's why if you look at the death toll and you look at the youth murders, that's why you see old ain't killing each other. Old people aren't dying of old age right now. They're living. We're outliving our youth. We're going to spend the next 20 years watching young people die like we did in the 90s so we can purge and cleanse a new generation of people. We fed hate to this group of kids. This group don't know love. This group don't know loyalty. And you can't develop those concepts in such a time of turmoil or this bloodshed right now.
You heard what he said. They have no love, no loyalty. They don't have no loyalty to their own blood. They don't have no loyalty to their father, or maybe not even their mother. They have no loyalty to nothing. And when the shit hits the fan, you know, I keep on talking about how our people are doomed, and pretty much Hollywood is telling you this. You got to get the message. This here is Leave the World Behind. Go watch it on Netflix. And to give a little summary, I hope not a spoiler, but you keep on hearing the news. If you even watch the news, they're talking about China going to do a cyber attack. They got a cyber internet army that's attacking our power infrastructure and stuff like that. Pretty much the plan is to attack our grid, collapse the grid. That means no satellite. You won't have a satellite phone. You won't have electricity. You won't have water. And you'll be sitting up there like, what the hell is going on? No communication. It'll be mass pandemonium all over the country while the invaders are coming in. And there'll be distrust. There'll be anarchy. We'll put your families fighting with each other, neighbors fighting with each other. And that will lead to the next movie that's coming out, Civil War. It's a Civil War trailer right here. And you should check it out. Civil War trailer. Which it's going to look like chaos. It's going to be pandemonium. But it'll only be in this country. Because this country has created so many enemies. Look at that. So many enemies. Everybody fighting against each other. And by the time it's all done, the enemy could just stroll on in and take it all over. See that? They're letting you know what's coming. This is coming. And we don't have a tight family unit. Damn. We've lost everything. I mean, the men aren't men anymore. The women aren't women. They don't know what gender they are. The kids are gangsters. They polluted their minds with hip hop. They polluted my mind with hip hop when I was coming up. And now you see the destruction of celebrities and stuff like that. All because of all the poison they pumped them in with. And their war against everybody's wealth, their legacy. And I'm like, you ain't gonna pass that down. We're gonna take it right now before you can give it to anybody. Let me go into, I'm gonna go over to Mr. Big Reed 7777 to get some context.
People be so hateful and distraught. Like, you could tell their spirit is compromised. Anything negative they can take out of a positive situation, that's what they're going to do. They're going to put a negative spin on it. And for the most part, when you understand life, you understand that that's from a lack of love. You know, it's like a troubled child. When you have the lack of love, what happens? You destroy shit. This is why so many single people, they push that feminist agenda, that LBGT agenda to have people basically at each other's throat. Mad. They push the racial agenda. Fuck you, nigger. Fuck you, honky. Hey, you fucking spick. Whatever they could call you, they trying to put in the mix. Because without love, love is a frequency like hate is. Hate is a low vibration frequency. And all kind of shit. Listen to that fucking stupid ass satanic rap. It's sickening. It's disgusting. Because that's the only way they can win. They have to get you to hate yourself and people that look like you. I be seeing a lot of these girls, I be like, damn, baby girl, how come you ain't got no motherfucking body? Oh, because these niggas, nah, bitch, have you looked in the mirror? You nice looking, but you don't look good as you think you look when you got a fucked up attitude. What makes women look better is what radiates from within. Niggas can feel that. Yo, niggas know what I'm talking about. You see a broad, it's almost like a scent. You can smell it. God damn, that bitch got my dick hard. Damn, hold up, baby. You know, it's a feeling, it's a vibration. But some niggas ain't gonna stoop that low to try to get next to you. I mean, and listen, when it come to dudes, we can't even argue about them because we know damn near all these niggas cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They don't mean no motherfucking harm. But they done beat these dudes up, man. These dudes is damn near like on a plantation.
And let me tell you something. That's another problem with the female. She chooses the worst. She ain't choosing a man. She's choosing a dysfunctional boy. But when she has a man that's about hard work and taking care of his business, taking care of his family, oh, they don't want that. I even got proof of that. I'll probably play that next. But yeah. Watch that. Quick example. I'm talking to a chick, right? And I'm dropping knowledge on her. Man, she had no fucking clue. She literally has to go ahead and ask her mother, yo, this guy was telling me this and everything like that. And she's like, the mother's like, yo, he's telling you the truth. That's what's up. But her man ain't telling her that. Her baby daddy ain't telling her that. And after that, she would have had another kid with him. Stuck with a loser. A straight up in.
They don't even get it. Man, every day I sit there and play poker with the Koreans, with the white boys, even the Dominicans now. And the thing with them, the most important ingredients in what they do is show love to each other. Man, it's niggas that be in them poker rooms for years and we don't even speak. I don't give a fuck what you try to do. They do their best to ignore you. That's psychological warfare at its finest. And niggas feed into it. But see, like in any war, you're going to either come together or you're going to fall and get conquered apart. When you don't love nobody, man, that's like a animal, a calf, and the mother has died or disappeared. It's a good chance that calf ain't going to make it to adulthood. And it's the same thing with these women. When you don't have a man that love you and willing to die for you, it's a good chance you ain't gonna make it, sis. And it's a good chance a lot of these niggas ain't gonna make it because it's easy for them to fall to the dark side because they don't have nobody to love. So they'll fall in love with the motherfucking enemy.
Facts. Facts. Oh, Lord have mercy. Big Reed be dropping it.
That's how the enemy works. Y'all just have to understand. What y'all fighting is subliminal more than anything. That's why they call it psychological warfare. It's digital destruction, digital depression. It's a digital disease, you dizzy motherfuckers. It really is. Because when I see people that I basically grew up watching them grow up, and I see how they change, they almost like a dog with rabies. They just turn sinister and don't even know it. They got fucked up. They hit with that digital disease. That's why even in jail now, they making it possible for inmates to get some type of tablet in some way or form because they want them to be connected to that digital disease. That digital disease will bring you to your knees. You know what? This might be too deep for some people. But it's real, man. This shit ain't just unraveling the way it is for nothing. Niggas is stuck. Man, listen to some slow songs, to some love songs. Man, go to Google and hit them songs from the 60s, the 70s, and part of the 80s, because towards the end of the 80s, that's when they shut that shit down. Because they knew they was bringing out social media, the internet. See, through this device comes the ghosts and goblins. Y'all didn't know that? I guess y'all know now. You know what? With that said, y'all stay on point and try to find somebody to love. People be so hateful and distraught.
Man, you know what? We're going to take it to another big read. Words of wisdom. And this right here, he got so much goods, boy. I tell you, he going to be part of this podcast all day. Senior OG. Peep this.
America, it used to be a bowling alley. A bowling alley. That was a place where people would congregate in that community after work.
Good old days.
And just exchange ideas and look after each other. Look how they tore down all the bowling alleys. And nobody never really thought nothing of it. The same thing, remember they used to have the PTA, the Parents Teachers Association, where the teachers and parents would get together and talk about the curriculum for the children. The same thing with the Rotary Club, where they used to preach service before self. Service, the service of the community before self. They destroyed all them organizations. And there was a whole lot of organizations like those places, you know, you would go to the bowling alley, you would go to the neighborhood playground where they had the recreational centers. They destroyed all that. And that's how you destroy a country, from within. First you separate them. Get over here. You get over there, nigger. Yeah, you get over there, whitey. See, they play the race game. They play the separation game, the color code game. And that shit works. Man, in the next 15, 20 years, this country gonna be done. By then, the dollar probably will collapse totally, and they gonna move in. You know, all them immigrants that y'all champion, oh man, they're just standing at Home Depot waiting for a job. You know, all them guys, one morning y'all gonna wake up, and they gonna have military uniforms on. And they gonna be telling you where you should go to get your goods. Because they're gonna seize all the supermarkets. They're gonna handle and be in control of all the utility companies. And then what y'all gonna do now? See, we don't have too many patriots in this country. Ain't too many people standing up for the flag. How can you convince a country to hate themselves?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a play, man. That's gangster. To get people from, that's like even with family. How can you get family to hate each other?
Wake up.
Knowing damn well the family is all they have is each other. They doing it in real time. Service before self. That's what they used to say at the Rotary Club. And they had so many different like local neighborhood clubs where they looked out for each other. You know, like the home baking club where the young girls would learn how to bake a cake and make meatloaf and make all kind of dishes to secure and keep a man. And they showed the men all kind of trade. It's like when I was young, I was in the Boy Scouts, and they showed us how to survive, how to make candles, how to do a lot of things, how to make shelter.
Facts.
All that shit I took for granted, man. And now I fast forward to 2023. It's a blessing for me to be here and to see what's going on in real time. And people don't know what war looked like until they starve it. They only can associate war with starving without having the goods and services they normally used to have. But they get ready to take all this shit away, homie.
Yep.
I'm trying to tell y'all, they get ready to take all this shit away. They got that border open, and slowly but surely they letting them dudes come over here and they paying them. That's how you know it's war. They not coming over here for nothing. They getting paid to get in place until the marching orders come down to destroy this motherfucker. And you know what's going to happen? A lot of these motherfuckers is going to fall in line because we don't know no better. And most of us out of shape. We not battle tested, and we damn sure not battle ready.
Yeah, man, I'm out of shape. I'm trying to go into the gym and try to get my shit together. My back is all messed up. All the years of work for bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I could work some tools though.
So we gonna surrender. And it's gonna be like taking candy from a baby. And they're gonna take this fucking country and turn it upside down. But more than anything, they're gonna kill a lot of dark melanated skinned people.
Yep.
Because they know we the original people of this land.
Facts.
And in order to destroy and secure this land, they have to take the black melanated people down. Yeah, I know it's a mean, cruel world. Man, y'all stay on point and watch y'all back.
Facts, man. Thank God for Big Reed, boy. Big Reed, you brother, I would love to meet you one day, brother. Come holler at me. Send me a message, something. This shit is fire, bro. Alright, we about to get into this. Man, we're about to get into seeing some of this dysfunction here, right? We could get some more context about how, because I mean, do I have to place a video up about how these females is groomed to be dysfunctional as all hell? Why you can't have a stable family structure with them? There's always an issue. Let me get into this right here. We put this up first. We bring in the back.
To sleep mode.
What are we watching here? We watching some McDonald's lady. Look like she is way too old to be working at McDonald's, which is she's just the ghetto trash. And she decided to test this man and slap him in the face. And boy, look what she got. Look what she got.
Don't put your hands on me. Don't put your hands on me, bitch.
Don't get your bitch ass slapped. Touch me again. Put your hand in my face again, bitch.
Slap me again. Slap me
again. Put your hand in my face again and I will.
Slap me again.
Put your hand in my face again and I will.
Slap me again, bitch.
Man, let me tell you something. Boy, look at this. This is what we got to deal with. This is what we got to deal with. She gonna slap a patron. I think she gonna get away with that. I don't know what the hell they be thinking. It's nothing but insanity. I'm gonna go ahead and go to some other joints here. Just give me a second. All right, here's the next one.
You're dating younger women and you're kind of like damaging them at a young age.
Older men who are dating younger women are looking for an escape.
Men depend on women being dumb, right? Which is why they want young chicks who are impressionable. Like
guys date younger women because they're easily manipulated. They're gonna be very happy with a few crumbs because maybe they didn't experience much in the world.
Every single guy on planet Earth says that they like younger women. And every single girl on planet Earth says that's not okay.
If you 40, you do not need to be talking to somebody that's 20-something years old. I'm sorry.
Any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking in their life.
I know why 38-year-old men date 22-year-old women. So back to this guy. Women around his own age, me, see him as immature, not successful, behind in life.
Let's talk about why some women get offended when older men talk to young girls because they're in shape. See, a lot of you women, you get of age and then you lose your whole body shape, you know, like, but I'm not letting myself get so huge and humongous that my gut sitting over top of my, I'm just not, I care too much about me, and it's not even about the man. It's the fact that when I take my clothes off, I want to be like, okay, girl, you got it. I don't want to be like, ugh, I see why I don't have no man. An older man likes younger women because they're feminine. They have the femininity that isn't, oh, I'm proud of myself. You hear me say that word? That they are very soft-spoken, humble, submissive. A lot of older women, you get stuck in your ways and you be like, well, I ain't doing all that. And then especially as a woman, when you used to paying your own bills, running your own life, you exhausted. Then a lot of you get scorned, you bitter, your heart hurt, you ain't loving no more. Like there's so many reasons that an older man be like, I ain't got time for this older woman. She too much difficult, she too much work. See, what women don't realize, a man does not want to get with a woman that's a project. And I talk about this all the time. A man does not want to be bothered with a woman that has all these issues because he doesn't feel like that. So why not go get me a young girl? She in shape. She flexible. She'll listen to what I say. I can not just train her, I can educate her. Third, she has feminine qualities. And she's sexy. It is what it is.
Exactly. And I don't. It's just that simple, and it's amazing that there are not more older women that know this. You got some old, ignorant old bags that are just like, I want a man, and everything like that, and they just don't know why. They don't know why they're so dysfunctional. They don't know. They have no clue. And you're listening to these those women in the beginning. These are your leaders. These are the women that's leading you astray. They're leading you astray. And I mean, it's so bad that I seen this older woman and she was like, oh, you need to listen to her. Like Miss Priscilla, the Queen Maker. He said, oh, you better listen to her and everything. What she said. And I was just like, I saw that. I said, yo, this is an ignorant old lady, boy. Man, I had to unsubscribe from her channel. She do some podcasts about living in another country and everything like that, you know, and like she's on some old spiritual and all that, and she don't know nothing. These spiritual leaders, they don't know shit. All right, I hope go get on Rumble, subscribe to the Rumble, so we can be cooking. This is gonna be some light stuff here. It's going to be on all of it. All the channels. Rumble, BitChute, YouTube. Yeah. What you see in Spotify. What you see up on the board here on the screen. Let me go to what breaks down all this. How men, we can't even... it's like not even being able to be bothered. I mean, all right, let's do it like this. Let's go into Jonathan Majors since he's up here right now. Let's see here. All right. Jonathan Majors' surveillance video shows car scuffle, chasing after him, a girlfriend chasing after him. Now, let me put I'm gonna do it while I was playing. My 2 cents in this is, man, he was dealing with a mediocre chick. This is a mediocre chick. She ain't even badass. And also what this shows is how New York got the surveillance state popping. It's got it popping, boy. They tracked this man all through the streets of New York. Him running around, doing all kind of stuff. Look at this. He's trying to walk away, trying to leave it, trying to get away from her, and he just gonna go running down the street. Even though they have all the evidence showing that he's trying to get away from her, she was just fine and everything. They even have video surveillance of her in the club when he got away and everything and went home. She went into the club and was beaten. She beat her head up against the stage, did all kind of violence to herself to mess herself up, to mess up her finger and do all these things. And she's chased after some crazy chick, right? But this show you that they know like every street he done went down. They done got all the footage. You can't get away with nothing. This is the new world order right here. They ain't gonna need no police. They gonna just have you on surveillance, see what you're doing. He's running out in front of cars and everything, running after this dude. I don't think he's guilty, which some other guy tried to say that, this shows he's guilty. I don't think so at all. This shows that he's just a different. He's a cornball. You gotta be a cornball to be an actor. Which you're constantly turning yourself into another person. You're assuming another person all the time, you know? And I mean, they run through, when the cops come and they go through his penthouse. Man, this sucker's 3 levels. 3 levels. And they said something before about how he had, the cops came and it was like, yo, who lives here? What? And they saw it was him. Like, they don't know who he is. They say, you a black guy in this penthouse? This is your place? So automatically it was jealousy and envy and hatred because he got paper. You know? Dealing with a substandard mayonnaise chick. She ain't nothing special. Like a drug addict, she looked like. And look at this. Look where they go up into the house. Look at this crib, boy. Look at this sucker here. You gonna walk upstairs. Watch as he go upstairs to the 2nd floor. A penthouse in Manhattan. Oh my God! Now he's going to the 3rd floor. A balcony. Oh my goodness! Look at this. This is paper. It got 2 balconies. That means he's got 3 balconies, 3 levels. penthouse. You see this? You see this? And she up there on the 3rd floor in the damn closet. And he calls the cops because he gets up and finds her laying in the closet. And acting like she's all messed up and everything like that. And look at that nose. Look at her. You see this? Hey, y'all can get mad. You chicks can get mad. I don't give a damn. She ain't all that at all. No way in hell. Look at her. She's nothing. You know? And, you know, I ain't got nothing major to say about this. I think they gonna drag it out. I mean, the whole thing is she's trying to destroy him. She messed up her own hand. She was banging her head up against the stage and all that stuff. So he's the new Kuta Kinte or whatever. Mandingo. And they're going, man, you mess with this white girl, you gonna get punished for it. And she was up there getting money from the state victim fund, trying to get money out of that. Anyway, let me go ahead and fast forward to why I said the other day in my video, I said, yo, do not mess with no chicks here. Do not mess with them. Do not have children with them. This country's done. There's no fame. Shout out to No Fame for the footage. Okay, here we go.
On social media, and I thought.
Here we go. Now this right here, this is going to be proof of how dysfunctional the black community is. Let's hear what she got to say. This sister right here, oh my God, she is so good. She's a beautiful, physically beautiful, mentally beautiful, the intelligence. Man, listen, she's got to be married because, of course, some lucky man has this woman here. But let's go on and see what the hell is going on here. She's going to break it down. When you hear this, you're going to see why I say what I say.
It was a wonderful post. Okay, it says Black Love at ages 102 and 98. This Arkansas couple celebrates 84 years of marriage, possibly the longest active marriage in America. It also says Clevis and Arwilda Whiteside have been married for 84 years, and their friends and family could not pass up the chance to celebrate. From 1939 to the present day, 102-year-old Clevis and 98-year-old Arwilda reflected over their years of marriage and crediting God as the reason for their success.
Y'all heard that? Did you hear that? 84 years of marriage and happy.
Now, of course, when I saw this post, I was like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. You know, this is something that's magical. You know, what a nice, not only that their family made a celebration for them, but that they also posted it out there and you know, shared it to the world so that we'd be able to also join in on this and, you know, shower them with love and blessings and also admiration as, you know, this is becoming a thing of the past. People staying together for, you know, longer than a couple of years is starting to slowly fade. You know, there's always that comment that people say, you know, our grandparents' love don't exist anymore and all that kind of stuff. And so to see this, you think it would shed light and bring like, you know, a bright energy into the space of relationships and these conversations that we have. And as I said, you know, that it's becoming a thing of the past, I'm going to show you why. Okay? I'm going to show you why, because when I went into the comment section, I could not believe what I was reading.
She came across the trash. The ignorant ends. Man.
Okay. And as you guys are going to see, all of these comments are from women. I'm sure we'll be able to use context clues to figure that out.
They're not women, they females.
But the first one says, I know she went through it all with that man. I am not one of them. Blessings, though. And on her comment, She got 894 likes. I need to know, what is it that, when people see healthy, relationships, or, relationships that have stand, the test of time, people who have been together, who have leaned on each other, who could rely on one another. Why is it that people automatically assume or deflect or put all of their, the situations that they've been through because you've been cheated on, because you've been through it all with the man who you're not with no more, and y'all was only together for about a year or so, and you done been through the ringer with him, knowing the type of man he was before you even got into the relationship, but you want to blame him. Why is it that when you look outside of yourself, you can't fathom that there could actually be peaceful, long-standing, healthy relationships?
Let me tell you something. I go to a place for my kids. I take it to this place, and there's this old lady there, right? And she's got 2 grandchildren that are from one of her daughters that's totally effed up, right? Well, one day I'm talking to this woman and everything like that, and she lives in an apartment. She don't own no house, none of that. She got some old regular car and everything. Hasn't really achieved much in life. And one day she told me, this is why I know why she's in the situation she's in. She said, yo, I can't live with no man. I can't wake up beside a man for over 20 years and everything like that. I just can't do it. I get sick and tired of him. So she had a man, and I guess after 20 years and everything, she just like, you know what, I just can't stand seeing you no more. I'm done. And that happens a lot. This could proceed.
Why? It's interesting to me because all of the negative comments that I saw in the comment section were from women. So would that not lead me to believe that women are indeed the problem?
Yes, they are. Definitely.
I think so.
Yep. She's a smart woman.
Because your gaze and your perception is always, tainted to somehow make it seem or believe that there's no way that, this man could have stood right by her or could have loved her. They could have grown together and they could have had peace in their relationship. Peace does not mean perfection.
Mm-hmm.
But imperfection does not mean going through it all or the worst.
They're dysfunctional.
And the reason why a lot of women, all 894 people, who liked it, I'm going to assume that they were majority women. The reason why they cannot fathom that is because, as she said in her comment, you're not one of them. As soon as the going gets tough, you're running for the hills.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
As soon as it looks like there could be any form of conflict, as soon as it's not perfection, you're out of there.
Let me tell you something. Don't get with nothing but her. She's the one. She is the one.
Talking about the spark is gone. But this is not the only comment. Okay, let's move forward. The next comment says, she most likely was miserable. Only 14 getting married off instead of being able to be a kid. Now, this is where ignorance comes into play.
Yes.
Because if he is over 100 years old and she is 98 years old, that means that they got, married in the early 1900s. Probably about 1930 or so.
Back in the days, you could marry a chick at 12 years old. This is before all that statutory stuff they put into place and everything like that. The marrying age in America was like 12 years old.
In that day and age, in that time, it was normal for people to be 14, 15, getting married. My great-grandmother, I believe when she married my great-grandfather, she was around the age of 16. I think she met him when she was 14. But again, the ignorance. Oh, man, she's only 14. I can't even imagine, being a child. She wouldn't even be able to, just finding fault. Finding fault in something that there's no fault about it. It's a beautiful post. Their family wanted to share it. It should be admirable.
Just haters. Straight up haters, which I hate to see somebody else happy. That is the problem with the community, that you could be a married couple and everything like that, and the females, the aunties and everything like that, they be hating. They be hating when they see that your man got money and stuff like that. They be hating on that. They don't want to see that. Man, I'm going to have to go into another big read after this. I might have to go into it right now. Hold on a second, because I just put up a joint. Damn, should I? No, let's just continue. I'll put it up. I'm going to put it up later because I'm not going to go through our whole thing here.
One of the, the longest standing relationships that stood the test of time through so many things, especially in America, is a black couple. You would think that there would be so much love and admiration. But this is the reason why women are single.
Yeah.
This is the reason why. Because they're always trying to pick and find things. And that's what happens when they get into a relationship with a man. They're always trying to pick and find things. They'll have a relationship with a man who is, standing by them, who maybe admires him, who maybe is a good man, responsible, all of the things. And they're sitting there waiting for the bottom to drop out. Like, oh, I just know he gonna mess up. Oh, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. So let me make a fake account. I'm gonna tell the truth.
Mm-hmm. Speak it.
I know y'all don't like when I be exposing y'all, but that's what y'all do. Let me make a fake account and try to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Try to text him and see what happens. Let me put him in a predicament that he wouldn't naturally be in on his own, but let me place him in one just so I can see what this relationship is made out of.
I got a text from a Facebook chick asking me where I live at, and I'm like wondering what the hell, They said, hey, what I'm saying, want to hook up? You got Cash App? I'm like, Cash App for what? I don't have no Cash App. I need to open up a Cash App for this channel for donations, for anybody that want to donate. But no, I don't. And I said, I'm not paying you. I don't pay for that. I don't pay for no. They up there with your soliciting, with your customers to partake in their flesh right online.
Okay, let me give him my worst attitude I could ever find. And let me see if he can handle it. And the minute that he folds under any of the pressure, oh, you see? Yeah, I'm out because I'm not going to be with nobody who can't deal with this. There's an issue if you are literally finding fault. And something that's not, that there's no issue, there's no problem. Is it that you yourself know that you are not capable of maintaining a healthy relationship, and so whenever you get close to it, you run them away because you know that you're not really going to measure up to all the things that you say? Or, I'm a good woman, I'm a good wife, I'm wife material, I'm all these things. Is it that you know that you can't really measure up, and so when the proof is in the pudding, you run for the hills?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it seemed like to me. The next comment says, this gives me Color Purple vibes.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I think back then, older men married younger women because they wanted someone young and naive to control. And they knew she wasn't going to leave. They also knew she would take care of him when he got old and broke down. Marriages don't last anymore because women not putting up with that BS anymore. Marriages don't last anymore because women have become, with more freedom, with more education, extremely selfish.
Facts. And stupid.
There
More
is
stupid.
no family center.
Nope.
It is now a woman center. It's not the family first. It's the woman first. Her feelings, her emotions, what she think, what she want, if she's comfortable, if she's not comfortable.
Disgusting. You know, and which that goes to what I said about when these women say, oh, my children come first. No, it's them first and their children and you last. That's why you can't be bothered.
And it can change from day to day. But if you don't keep up with it, you're the problem. Am I saying that it's all on the women to blame? No, I'm not. But from what I see, again, all I see in the comment sections of all of these things, all the negativity, is spewed by women. Where I see a lot of men in comment sections about marriages, marriage building, you know, things that they can work on themselves, trying to understand their counterpart. I see a lot of men in these spaces holding down the fort on the family structure. Where the
exactly.
Women,
next man to get.
they over there looking about, you know, sprinkle, how they could get everything they can from a man financially. How they can bamboozle men.
Yes. Evil.
How they could be, you know, old, single with no children, no husband, this, and you know, make women feel the void within each other as friendships or whatever it is they got going on. Because they're trying to prove that they don't need a man. They're trying to replace the men.
I love this, sister. I love you. I really do. You are beautiful, intelligent, a rare. This is 1 in 10 million. Let's go to the thought of all thoughts, where she speaks truth.
That you really in love with and make you happy. Because I have dated men that were extremely faithful to me.
Were they ugly?
No, no. Mad cute, super faithful to me. But it's like a lot of people, you know, when that whole cheating scandal came out, a lot of people was like, you deserve somebody faithful. But just because somebody like extremely faithful don't make you happy, because
that's true.
The guys that were extremely faithful to me, it just didn't work out. You just need to find somebody that you really in love with and make you happy.
You hear that? But she don't want no good man. She wants some dysfunctional man. Right? Which, man, I tell you what, they have no idea. This is extinction level of ignorance. Extinction level. What can I gotta put Big Read on before I end this here, because he came with some real, and I'm just like, where is it? Hold on. All right, here we go. This right here, this is gonna be the last part. I'm about to finish this up. But but this is some real shit right here. This is why you don't want to mess with a single mother or anything, and it goes into the dysfunction of how these females act. When I'm not talking about no woman, because the woman I just had on, I just showed, and her analysis, that's a woman. If you don't have those views, you ain't no woman. You a female and you made for the streets. Listen to this. Take it, Big Read.
And time is important. And just like that, you could get caught up in something and your life is thrown out the fucking window for shit that you didn't do. And somebody I know, they just got found not guilty today in a child molestation case. This was somebody that they raised. And this child became an adolescent, and she started messing with bull daggers, and tried to start running the household like it was her household, coming in and, you know, arguing with the man of the house. So in the process of that, he was telling her, like, look, bitch, you can get the fuck out, because it wasn't his daughter. It was his woman's daughter. And she went and devised a plan with her bulldagger girlfriend and went to the district's attorney's office and said, hey man, this guy been molesting me. He been touching me. He been doing X, Y, and Z.
You hear this dysfunction? You hear it?
And you know, Larry Krasner and the crew, they couldn't wait to follow that case without really doing a thorough investigation, from what I understand. But he lucky. I told him, hey man, you caught a fucking break. Because a lot of times when them accusations is lies against you, man, that shit stick. The way this world is set up, they make it easy for a nigga to be accused of something like that. Because the powers that be, they all in a minute is going to be held in court over some sexual activities with a minor. Because that's the game they play. You always got to be careful when you fuck with these broads, because a lot of these young girls, like I did the video yesterday, them bitches be predators, yo. By the time they 14, 15, 16, they done snuck and fucked and sucked. And then when they come in the house and you see them change their attitude, and you try to say something to them, you ain't they father, man, them bitches will get you out of there. What quicker way to get a nigga out of that house than say he touched you? You know what I mean? That you touched them. That's what they do, man. That's why a lot of these bitches is going to always have a hard time getting a man to come up in that house when they already got kids up in that house and that ain't that man kids. Niggas only go up in them joints when it's damn near desperate situations. But overall, any man in his right mind know not to go lay around in a woman's house, especially if she got teenage daughters or sons. Because they'll be, them little young hot ass bitches will be trying to fuck the dude because he know he taking care of the mother. And normally what the mother got, them bitches want in on. They want to lick off that lollipop. Literally.
Yo, this is raw. This is absolutely not for the meek. It comes raw. I'm about that raw.
He's the one.
I am not trying to lily-foot around and put on a show. I'm not trying to be a star. This is raw. This is the reality. This is wake up. Wake up. Get it together. It was you dysfunctional as hell. Man, we ain't all perfect. But guess what? I ain't perfect. But guess what? I go to therapy. And what's but I got an attitude problem. I just can't stand stupid. I can't stand ignorance. But y'all motherfuckers need major work. Let's continue.
And this is something that's been going on since the beginning of time. Niggas got to be careful. That's why when niggas fuck these bitches and get them pregnant or whatever the case may be, man, them niggas fuck them bitches and keep it moving. Oh, I come see my baby every now and then. Because it's easy to get caught in the catch-22. These bitches will get you put in the motherfucking trick bag. Real fucking fast. Life is dangerous, man. It really is. And when you allow yourself to be in these vulnerable situations, man, if a motherfucker having a bad day and you say something they don't like, man, they could go call the police on you and that's that. And then on top of that, this dude, a Philadelphia police officer. So he been out of work for the last 2, 3, 4 years dealing with that bullshit. And I'm not saying he's innocent, but I'm not saying he's guilty either. But I know from my experience with these bitches, it's a lot of times bitches I didn't fuck with, they mother was trying to give me some pussy and their little sister was trying to give me some pussy. Because they going with a bankroll whack. If a nigga got a bankroll, that bitch say, man, that's easy picking. I ain't got to go nowhere and do no work. I know he fucking my sister. I know what she's saying. I know he fucking my mother. Maybe I could fuck that nigga and get a couple coins. And really now, the way time is moving, that shit is reverting back to that. You know a bitch bring a player home, everybody in the family looking. Grandma be talking about, you want some beans and rice, baby?
Yo, what's that? These chicks be talking about third world countries and they broke and they gonna do this other thing. Yo, that's here. That's in America. America's a third world country. You don't know? This is a third world country, and it's gonna get even more and more third world country. But this is gonna get worse. But these chicks gonna be really thirsty.
Yeah, grandma want that lick off the lollipop. She start coming downstairs with that old ass robe on with no panties and bra on, sagging titties and all. Shit. That pussy is like a Venus fly trap. You ever see the Venus fly traps? When they catch the fly, ha! That's how it is with these bitches. And these young bitches is crafty. You think they not on social media listening to all the motherfucking Sexy Red and Spice Girls and City Girl songs? Soon as shit go wrong, they blaming on the nigga. God forbid if you ain't got no money, you ain't got no lawyer money, man, you getting caught with a pedophile case. Hey, man, that's the world we in. That's why when it comes to these bitches, when they got them kids, man, you got to hit them bitches and keep it moving. You can't stick around in them households. That's a death trap, especially for a nigga making something happen. Man, listen, y'all stay on point. Protect yourself. All pussy ain't good pussy. And you don't need to be laying up in near and around a bitch that got kids. Because these little boys you might wake up with might be trying to suck your dick. Because that's the new things they say the young boys is doing. You can't even sleep around these niggas. You know what? Before I really get out of hand, y'all stay on point. And truly, man, you're not getting caught up in no dumb shit.
Damn, Big Reed. Woo. Big Reed keeping it raw. You know, we're looking at collapsed society, the total destruction, and they're gonna wipe out the trash, the ignorant. And I know my listeners, they're not ignorant because they already know. Because, you know, another thing with that movie was that Netflix joint was how there was rich people that were prepared. They knew what time it was. Those people were informed. But guess what? When the shit happened, they weren't home. They were out. It was like, oh man, I gotta move this money and everything, and I'm out of here. They did that before it happened. They got the heads up, like, yo, because this is all planned, stage, Matrix type stuff. That was what's so crazy about it, right? You need to watch that. And for the ones that don't know, you get a clue. But let's talk about the community real quick, and we're going to call it a day.
Here is the new success today for raising a black child. If you can get your child in and out of high school with a diploma, reading at grade level, not at 6th grade level, not at 7th grade level, but reading at 12th grade level, without a jail record and without a child, you have just succeeded. You have laid the foundation for the rest of that child's life. That's success. That's the new success when it comes to raising our children. But guess what? We're not even doing that. That's not even happening. Let's say first things first, second things never. Let's do the first thing. Save our children.
Facts. And let me tell you something. It's been bad like that for years. It's been like that since, goddamn, when I was in high school. Because I remember when I was in high school, these chicks was like, yo, I'm trying to get pregnant. When it was almost time to graduate, they were popping out babies. And when they graduated, they were definitely babies, welfare. That was it. So, man, this is absolutely not for the meek. And I am absolute. And that is it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to critique another video later on. So look out for that. I'm going to be critiquing Fly to Thailand that brother, he got a video. I think it's fire. It really shows the dysfunction or why we are where we are. So if anybody, if any female, check out the content thoroughly, and you see. And if you don't see the reality, the truth of what's being displayed about, you might feel offended or something like that, by all means, talk all the shit you want. I don't care. I won't be reading it most likely. But, you know, if you like, you can comment, tell me what you like, and what you would like for me to do, what you would like for me to talk about, or research, and we'll go into it. Until next time, shalom.
Everyone, that is a fucking wrap.